Hi, my name is Manj, and I'm honored to be your teacher and healing facilitator. And what I mean by the latter is that my energetic signature, which will be one of the classes, numerology, holds a vibration of healing, of teaching. So it might be something that you hear, or it might just be the frequency of my voice that jolts something inside of you and releases pressure from within, allowing you to expand further. So it might not be a concept, it might not be an idea, it might not be anything, but simply my voice. So, and that comes from years of just being myself, if I may say, and people coming back and giving me that feedback. So, and finally, I trusted enough to show up in front of you and say those very words. So that being said, the teacher part. So I love to be honest. That's my favorite thing. And I wish to let you know that I have a background in fashion design. That's the only thing that I actually was in an educational institution for. That being said, how do I show up? Teaching you about or wanting to teach you about all the things that I've picked up, just curiosity. I'm an incredibly curious person, and I question a lot of things to the point that causes me to do a lot of research. And that brings me to you now. I want to share information with you that I think is pivotal to your expansion and the expansion of the entire cosmos, but particularly on Earth right now. There's a lot of beautiful things happening, and I have a feeling that you who are arriving here don't know but want to know. I dedicate this actually to all the students that I've worked with, and especially to a couple couple of young gentlemen who just came into the place of my work, who, when I thought they were really sarcastic, were actually really curious about the earth, the sun, and the things that were coming through me. So with that, this is really dedicated to all the young people. I hope for you, they are actually new tools that you haven't been privy to yet, or we just expand on those. So again, why do I get to show up here with like a diploma in fashion design? I'm here to teach you a few things. And really, I liken it all down to the path of the alchemist. So I ran away from home and ran into the arms of my then boyfriend. We were very, I ran away from home, which was a big no-no in a Sikh household. Supposed to have an arranged marriage, all that kind of stuff. And I thought I found who my life partner would be, and ran away, and was taken in by he and his family, which was very lovely. But 7 years later, we actually got married, knowing that for me it wasn't the right thing. It wasn't for a long time, and in our 8th year together, I left, and that not only did I leave him, I left the city and eventually the country, taking me back to England, my country of origin, birth, I should say, yes, my country of birth. So I went back there, was incredibly depressed, dealing with divorce, and just questioning myself, very insecure. And then, had a job working as a personal trainer. Fitness is also my background. A lot of that self-taught, though I did do a couple of weekend courses, a few weekend courses. But to be honest, yeah, that's another story. So yes, I was working as a personal trainer, not happy, working in Chelsea, London, and eventually just got onto the computer and found anywhere.com and landed myself in Crete, where I died. in a metaphorical sense, and I allowed myself to. I was just turning 30, and celebrating the death of my marriage and the birth of me, all in all. So what I was running away, still arriving in Crete, and then by the time I left, I had significantly expanded myself to a new person, very open, and very thirsty about life again. So back to London, then to France, then to eventually to Slovakia for 10 years, where I started my own fitness business, which has a story behind it too. It was sponsored by Reebok, Adidas, and it was just about to enter a partnership with CrossFit, or under Reebok, who I was already sponsored by, a partnership with another fitness company in Bratislava, offering CrossFit. And the night before I was meant to do the training, I completely bailed. And a few months later, dropped it all and just walked away from everything. It's safe to say I lost my reputation. I was very much everywhere in Bratislava. I knew a lot of people, had a great rapport for, helping people get healthy and stuff like that. I looked like I lost my marbles, lost my shit at that point, and did a lot of wandering around, really, from 2012, and eventually started teaching. So some of you, this is you met me at a point where things were coming together, really coming together in a beautiful way. So a lot of you I saw at Ben and Din in Kent, England, and then COVID happened, and while COVID happened, and what I love to say is that was the old story, bringing me back to Canada because of the global situation, and really the present story, having changed my neural networking, is that my husband was magnetically drawing me back to London, Ontario. He who I'd tumbled around for lifetimes, in many lifetimes with, and yeah, when we met for the first time, entirely different story, but it was magical. And I'll teach you. My intention is to teach you things that offer you the ability to also draw into your life that magic that you're looking for in a partner. But suffice it to say, having been celibate for 4 years, I really did think that I was going to be a nun. And when that all ended, what I said to myself, there was no long list of I want him to have brown eyes and really tall and da-da-da and all that kind of stuff. What I actually said to myself was, I'm interested in a man, dear God, who loves himself as much as I do. And I was ready. I was ready for that. So it's a beautiful union, and I wish that for you, for everybody as well. So really, that's my life. Now for you, I'm gonna start by saying this: you are already smarter, more intelligent, more wise, more everything than you think you are. You are more everything good than you think you are. We're far too hard on ourselves, and the purpose of us coming together is to release all those old programs and conditioning by creating new neural networks. And we'll do that as you arrive here. We'll do that because I've seen it happen before, so my only apology is that I waited so long to do this. So do forgive me for that. Things had to happen in order for me to arrive to you. So that being said, you're awesome. You're amazing. You're a divine creation. And my job here is to just remind you of that, to bring you back to that, to the knowings that you had as a child in your formative years, to the knowings that you had coming into this lifetime. It's time to remember now, and we're going through a great shift. I will end this by saying that regarding the present education system and why I've chosen to be an independent alternative teacher, well, I'll bring it down to the etymology of the word school. School in Greek actually is skole, and the actual meaning of it is military service. So I'll let you contemplate that. And eventually, when we're doing interactive teachings, I think that'll come about quite fast. Teaching, learning, because it's all cyclical. Eventually, when we get there, we'll do Q&As, and please, somebody ask about that, or let me know what your contemplations revealed to you. Anyways, I love you loads, and I thank you for being here. And we carry on, and I think, as usual, we might go all over the place, but as I'm experiencing in my life, all the dots connect at some point. So it doesn't really matter where we start, and we're going to be starting with the sun, the solar flares, and the potential cataclysms around the earth, and how we can actually avert that together. So anyways, again, I love you. I thank you. And I so look forward to all of this and connecting with you at a deeper level. It's really time. It's really time. And you were born for this as much as I was. God bless you. I love you. Until later. Bye for now.